So now let's dive in and talk about exactly what a remote worker would need to be productive in their day-to-day. We will start with just the right space. It's key that you're able to find a place in your home that can become your office. You can create that mental separation away from distractions. If you have children, dogs, be able to find that quiet space. Good Wi-Fi is critical. Good connectivity from your internet provider. And if you're doing a lot of video meetings, if you can go even beyond Wi-Fi and be wired in, that would eliminate packet loss and other networking issues. So highly recommend that. You want a nice computer. Ideally, dual monitors have been shown to improve productivity between 30 to 50%. A great ergonomic chair if you're sitting there for 8 hours a day. Great headset is important, especially if there's noise, and a good high quality webcam. Anything in the $40, $50 range is going to give you some really great results. And we'll talk about lighting in just a minute. One thing that I recommend is don't just start working as soon as you get out of bed. Try to establish a routine where you start your day off right, where you still have your time before you begin work. That means get up, have a cup of coffee, take your shower, get dressed, groom yourself as needed, eat breakfast. Try to maintain that psychological separation between home and work. Then it's really about maintaining that balance and that separation. So it's so easy to just go to the fridge, grab something, and continue on your laptop, continue on your work. I highly recommend establish your breaks, establish your lunch routines, step away to maintain that separation and reduce that stress. Keep regular hours, although a lot of us can often fail to do that. I highly recommend, have a specific start time, specific end time to your day, and honor those hours. You can check in with your team, make sure you're communicating throughout the day. And then at the end of your day, because you've eliminated things like a commute, make sure you get some fresh air, especially in this time where we are very cooped up. Get out there, get a jog in, a bike ride. Highly recommend also making sure you're focusing on your health. Time management is also very important when you're by yourself. Perhaps you're used to having a manager help you or set up your day. But I find it very helpful to break up my day between 3 different types of work. There's meeting time when I'm being highly collaborative and just either on calls for several hours out of my day, video conferences, screen shares, and that's the time where you're just ready to interact with people. For some people, this is early in the morning when they have most energy, most caffeine. For some, maybe it's later in the day. So find the right when you have the most energy to collaborate. The working time is when you need to get your stuff done. You need to knock out a spreadsheet. You need to implement something. Block that off using do not disturb features on your computers, on your phones, turn off messaging, turn off email, and try to have at least solid blocks of a couple hours every few days a week for working time. And then there's something that I consider, creative thinking time, where you focus on the big picture. You focus on, what are things I need to be thinking about a month in advance, 3 months in advance. Make sure you have spots on your calendar established even for those as needed. And again, using your calendar is critical. Like literally block this on your calendar so that people aren't coming in and taking those times away from you. This allows you to be proactive and control your time instead of other people controlling your time. And finally, use the tools. Our products have a presence indicator. So if you're busy, set yourself to busy so that people know not to disturb you. So video conferencing. I love video conferencing. Let's talk about what you need to do to look sharp in all of your video meetings, just like this guy. So try to have your camera on top of your monitor. If you have a laptop, that's pretty much solved for you. But the camera on top of the monitor helps you establish, like, you're looking at the person, you're trying to have some eye contact, and makes it much, much more natural. Then take the video conferencing application and position it under the monitor so that, we have a tendency to look at ourselves a lot. As you can tell in this webinar, I'm talking to myself, I'm looking at myself, but if your eyes are looking as close as possible towards the camera, that again gives you the most natural video conferencing experience. If you're sharing content using screen sharing, a second monitor, like I said, is great for that. So you can keep looking at the person you're looking at, and then look at the content when you're speaking about the content, and then back to that person. Make sure you're centered in the frame. There's some applications out there that allow you to control your webcam settings, so you can zoom in and tighten the shot as needed. Make sure you're familiar with those. And even though I keep recommending headsets as the best audio, and I'm not using one, it is the best audio. I highly recommend using a headset for best audio.